Mama dirt and I put them gal first. You a idiot thing that. I buy gal Lexus. Mama fi walk and I take bus first. Idiot thing that. Idiot, 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 that. Idiot thing that. Idiot, that, idiot. We know you know that.
All right, and welcome again now to the Haphazard News. Roots, absolutely, with the idioting feature on here. Roots FM 96.1. Wow. The biggest talking point now is about the Minister of Finance, Dr. Nettie Clark, and addressing this financial issue now facing public sector workers. And that he held a press conference early this morning, trying to iron out the issues and to say that some ministries should be paid by 1 o'clock today or paid already. And it 46 out of 53 to be paid today by. It's a new system.
Yeah.
So what's the issue with this new system now? Everybody, what issue with the new system?
Well, we know that there was an agreement, right? New compensation agreement with the finance ministry. So with this new compensation, there was, to some extent, was an agreement that, all right, the agreement was that in April of this year, the new system should be calculating the new amount.
Right.
So essentially what's going on is that the ministry said, all right, since everybody has agreed to this, new thing, they're going to try and see if they can pay a retroactive amount from that time to December, right? And so the new system that they're going to now put in place, they're going to have to calculate that plus the new salary that they should be getting.
Wow.
Right? So I think what was going on is that there was to some extent a rush to try and get this new system up and running, so persons can actually get their money, the adjusted money plus the amount that to some extent owed to them from April
Retroactive
this year, right? Retroactive,
amount,
right?
Yeah.
And so I think because of that, now the system, they have some, as the minister said in our previous clarification or interview, or not sure if it's an interview, but some explanation that there was an algorithm issue, and so that caused some level delays. But he's
algorithm issue.
Yeah. So but in the update this morning, he's saying that
for the lay person now.
Yeah.
Try to put that. What is that? What exactly is he saying about that?
So an algorithm is a computer language. Software's thing that you use on a computer. That's what the computer understands in order for it to do what it is that we want it to do. So it's to some extent it's the instruction or the computer language that he would understand to do whatever. So a programmer, whoever it is, somebody who is controlling the system, would then tell it what to do, and then through the algorithm, then the software will do it, or the payment system, or would do it.
So I say the person who programming the computer, they can read that particular language.
So what you put in, that's what you get.
The computer could read the language.
Yeah. So essentially, what you put in, that's what you're gonna get. Yeah. And so that's basically the major issue that they were saying that was going on. I know that earlier this morning, Jeffrey Tavares, he was also monitoring the press conference earlier this morning where we played part of it, and I'm sure that he probably would have something to say about what is going on. People need their money. People need pay. This is December, the time. People are getting antsy now because it's almost Christmas, right? And so they were expecting that they would have gotten it from Tuesday. Today is Wednesday, from yesterday. Persons are expecting today. He's saying if you don't get it today, you may get it tomorrow. I'm not sure what Jeffrey thinks about that.
Good afternoon, viewers and listeners of 96.1 FM. Owen and Dudley, I am pretty much sure the Minister of Finance, along with his technocrats, are getting their Christmas money and Christmas bonus to go and splurge and buy their ham and the this and the that. So why is it that the public sector workers in our country must not have the same splurge that the Minister of Finance and his technocrats can go and have, where they can buy their ham and their turkey or their chicken back, or their tooth in a dirty girl? Huh?
So you're saying that
nonsense
the
going
new
on.
system causing the delay, or just
the
new system?
It is a new system. As he's saying that in the current press conference earlier today, different agencies and departments have different kind of payroll system.
Yeah.
And to some extent, he's saying they want to actually have one system that across the board. If there's any change, then everybody across the board. But because they're a different system and different kind of thing, and it's a new one now, I think that caused some level of problem.
Oh, so thinking
hold on there.
He should have started that out before still.
Hold on there. You're saying to me it's a new system they have now?
Yes.
Okay, so why didn't they did a test run on the system?
That's what I'm saying.
Before Christmas period
comes they work that out. That's what I'm saying.
And the people now must, at the base of the minister and his technocrat, must just wait until they can get this thing up and going to pay the people them. It's ridiculous.
Is it something about 1 o'clock today? Or they say by 1 p.m. today?
Well, I think he was saying most of the issues are the error should be true, or it should be sorted
by 1
out.
o'clock today.
Yeah, he said 47. I think he said 46 first, but he 47. Got an update that 47 of the 52 different groups to some extent received, or there was a clearance for them to get it. So they're waiting for clearance for the remaining. It's 5 now then.
5 now. Yeah, 5 now.
5 now.
So that means, because based on the minister's press conference, Owen and Dudley, I was listening to it, and they asked the minister pertaining to the fortnight workers,
right?
And he was baffling here and baffling there, right, and feathering here and feathering there and baffling here and baffling there. He could hardly answer the question.
At the first I heard it sound, I'm like he's clueless.
Yes.
He's usually a man that knows what he's saying.
He never knows sounds clueless. What is sound clueless today?
Oh, God.
But hold on there. Is it that the question must be asked? Is it that the IMF gave him the go-ahead now to have an emergency press conference because the money is coming?
The
government broke.
Not even sure.
The government broke.
That's a possibility. Well, it's serious. Hope that.
Radam.
Hope these persons who will be affected from the sector will get their due plus retroactive.
They need it, man. They need the money
before Christmas.
They need it. Well, it's by tomorrow because I hear the Nurses Association of Jamaica, the NAJ president, on another interview saying that they're giving them until 12 today, right? Or by the end of today. If nothing is by the end of today, then they're saying they will not say anything more. But they're saying they may something may happen.
She's saying that they will take industrial action.
All right. People need the money.
Because the Prime Minister and the 32 members of Parliament have for their money, Have you ever heard that the Parliament of Jamaica strive for money yet?
No.
So why is it that the people who does the actual work has been having problem every time to get their money? In 21st century Jamaica, why can't we get it right? You have a system that you just put in place. And you're saying to me that you couldn't do a test run on it before the whole Christmas period comes in?
Maybe they want us drop it in, hope it work, for making a grand announcement as part of what to come next year.
Because it's pay grand announcement them love to make for Trina Dudley.
Yeah?
It's pay grand announcement them love to make and photo up.
Grand announcement, and it's a part of the whole leading up to the big date.
The big date of what, Dudley? The big date of what?
The locals, the locals.
The locals.
Yes.
Everything is geared toward the locals.
Yeah.
So this was part of it, but this backfire big time.
Well.
and people have their mortgages to pay. People have their rent to pay. People have their partner to pay. People have their bills to pay. And you're saying to me that people must wait on these people to drag their foot, all because they want to sign. What the money will then take? Where is the money gone missing? 400 million from the Ministry of Health. The Prime Minister is using $50 million for people to come in to tell them who have gone, and they talk about Radam. Radam here and Radam there and Radam everywhere.
Well, they say they paid out 500,000 to someone who gave information for the arrest of the person
who killed
the mentally
the attack on the homeless man.
Yeah, the homeless man, yeah. That person
and that same ministry, don't get me wrong, you must pay for it, but that same ministry haven't got their salary either.
Right.
The court division is complaining that they haven't got their salary either.
So what is
the country is in crisis?
So what is more important? Pay the money for the person who give information, or to pay the person who do the actual work?
There you go.
Everybody need their money though. Everybody need their money. We need the money. They need the money. They need the money,
It is unfair.
They need the money, man.
For the 32 members of parliament to be sitting down at their house, having their Christmas dinner. This is not the first time it's happening in this country, And every time they blame it on some glitch here and glitch there and glitch there. Radam!
No, it's because the computer can defend itself.
Yes.
Take the blame. Just blame the computer.
But Dudley and Owen, listen to me. Say, based on what I am getting now, is the IMF, the 1-point-something billion dollars that went to the IMF for. It looked like it is coming now. So he went and have a big press conference pertaining to it. Now they are the one who is saying that Jamaica has money, that's why they can find money to go and spend here and spend there. The $50 million that the Prime Minister has now to give pertaining to gun, where get the $50 million from? Why is it the police can't get their money? Why is it the police can't get proper ballistic vests, proper bullets, and other things? Where is that money coming from?
Money to give person to give gun information. They can't pay the police properly.
And you can't pay the police, you can't pay civil servants in this country.
Well, as I said to you, everything is leading down to that big date. That's it. The focus is a big date. That's the focus.
But let's stop talking about the big date. This is a serious crisis in this country.
The focus.
So you're saying to me, Mr. Thompson, that they prefer hold back public sector money because of some stupid election?
Look at the
in this country.
Look at the performance. Look at the announcement, and also just keep a tab and say the announcement coming.
We're faced with a problem in this country.
Right. Go ahead. No, I was saying quite interestingly. Dudley saying that it may line up with that time. Well, we may never know. Well,
he may have a point, Mr. Brown. He may have a point.
But so much is going on. We're talking about the money is here, but then again, there is also another thing that's actually, going on with our Christmas thing. Because remember now, we're in the Christmas week. Some persons would want to vend in certain areas. We've seen yesterday where municipal police, they call it municipal police, right?
Yeah. What?
Yes.
Yeah.
Somebody from nowhere, a stone fly and knock the man inside them head.
Wow, that's a idiot thing.
Because in my opinion, they were clearing out, because then again, more persons would want to come out to sell. And
that's a year thing.
Yeah.
Even downtown Kingston.
But they were trying to do some clearing, apparently. The municipal police, they were trying to do some clearing of some of the vendors and some of the areas, but apparently they came up with some resistance.
But the thing is, this vending thing need to be streamlined across Jamaica, because over the years they say you can vend in downtown Kingston, and by January you have to leave. But them don't leave; them continue there. And there's no plan to enforce them that they have to leave. They just stay there because they just stay there.
But Dudley Owen, the question must be asked though. Yeah. The question must be asked though, Dudley Owen. If the people come out to vend, or whatever you want to call it, to come selling
Christmas money. Yeah.
Christmas money. Allow them to do it now. Yes, you have to have law and order.
It has to be done orderly.
But also, Dudley, the way how these police, both the JCF and the KSSC police, how they approach the people can be wrong too,
That's true. That's
and hold on, Dudley. And you can't take up people because suppose a person go borrow 70,000 from Mr. Brown and a 40,000 from you because you're a movie producer now, you have money. I go borrow 40,000 from Dudley Thompson. If you can't do that, if you sell look something to make a little money. you don't take a fling it in the back of the truck and take a dash it right, I take it and put it in your pocket.
Right.
No, come on, something has to be done about this.
All right.
It can't continue.
I think downtown years ago, it was an attempt to have some order. They draw some zoning. There are some yellow lines in Parade Square.
Yeah.
Where you can vend and you can't vend. But nobody pay those lines any mind. To be frank. They don't do them lines. Because persons want to be at a spot where they can catch the first customer passing.
And that's it.
And
most time where they put them right, it's not where persons passing like that readily. Yeah.
And they say there's a place where they're prone to criminals.
That's another thing.
And nobody come there what there so.
But another thing again, where is the money that the people that are paying to the KSAC or wherever? Where the money going? Because some of them market them. They're similar river and dump. The bathrooms they're not kept properly.
Yeah. As he said that, I saw something about that where they have a picture of an area where it's like some sewage water cycling downtown Kingston again. And they're saying, place think, right near where people are selling.
I was downtown a couple of days ago and I passed the back of the market down by Industrial Terrace. Ross was running right at the road. There's at the monument for the person who died in the incursion. Right there, so. Switch run there, so went down to the garden.
That has been going on for years. And nothing has been done about it. And people continue paying their money. Look at that lady in Halfway Tree. She paid for her money. And my God.
Yeah, man. That is really the idiot thing, trust me. Because that did it for years. The Titivali Gardens. The sewage are run like it's something good.
As Miss Ice is putting on her hospitalized cold over there too. It is 60 something in Florida. How much at Roots FM? 0 degrees?
Well, we want to say, we can't say farewell or, all the best in her future endeavors. Miss Kitty, she will be leaving nationwide at the end of this month. That's on December 31st. So her last show would actually be this Friday, I think they were saying. So we would say, because she's going on another
so she'll be going to practice now?
Yeah,
full-time practice?
Yeah, more likely. That's a rootsy,
She still moves into another channel.
Oh yeah.
True, she's correct. She moves to another radio station.
I'm broadcasting part-time.
Well, I don't know.
Well, the way the situation is now with YouTube and everything, there's so much you can do.
Yeah,
But that's how it is. That's the thing with media. At times you'll hear and somebody, particular radio station, and you hear that they're leaving, and then next thing you hear them somewhere else, or
most end up in PR.
Yeah, right, and some of them in government, right.
Quite a few
in government. Yeah.
But not only that, Miss Isis and Dodian Owen, there is a lot of Jamaicans overseas who are investing in radio stations now, and they have an outlet in Jamaica. As what Isis just said, don't be surprised if she go to somebody else.
Yeah, it's possible. Because she was at Nationwide full-time, right?
Yes, full-time,
yes.
Years, I think I heard Owen say. I didn't even know.
Yeah, full-time. So maybe, well, maybe she go into the practice now full-time now. Because, practice take up a lot of time.
Well, we wish her well then.
Wish her all the best.
Wish her well then because she has been a voice of,
Yeah, man.
Christmas tree right in downtown.
I thought it.
Rootsy? That was last night.
Yeah, that was last night, 6 o'clock.
I wasn't down there covering it.
That was last night.
Right, I don't know. Dolly never. Well, Dolly was quite busy.
Yeah.
Dolly is a man that
What is he doing now?
He's a movie producer now.
The WDT media calendar. So it has him, quite touring. And showing a calendar tour and distribution,
and everything,
and ensuring that persons have the WDT media calendar, so
that program with his WDT calendar promotions along with Sharon and Marcia, big fan. I can't even hear myself talking on my own program.
But not only that,
they had to have a photo shoot.
But
yes.
Dudley and Owen and Miss Isis.
You never realize. Yeah, a big photo shoot, posing with, it's a calendar tour, right?
People just come from far,
US.
Right, but not only that,
Well,
you have to
no,
remember, you have to make sure you have to make an appointment to see Dudley, You can have security entourage around him,
Well, quite interesting, quite interesting. But big up yourself, Dudley.
Congratulations to Dudley, but also congratulations to you. And the work that you did in terms of the
putting it together. Yes. Browns Media and Graphics. Yeah, man. And Tavares Media.
Oh Lord. Yes.
Yeah, but then also to Golgate Records in Atlanta, Georgia. And also to Emma and Meat in Gardentown. They're the person who sponsored on the calendar.
Rootsy.
Thanks to our sponsors for the calendar.
Alright, just as we were talking about calendar and tour, with the Burna Boy concert that just concluded, right? Because when he was performing, he wiped off his face and him threw him rag in the crowd, right? So a particular young lady got the rag. I'm not sure, she probably would be thinking of having a tour with the rag. but she said no, it was
but she looked at her and begged
but she said that she may consider auctioning it. Who may be the biggest bidder for the rag. That she,
she's very smart.
Yeah, man.
Yes.
Whoever can pay the biggest for it, then well, I'm sure probably it will be more than that. Probably.
Sure, money plus profit.
Yeah.
Outfit and our refreshments. And maybe she drive I guess when they're a taxi fare, don't know. If you drive her, she take
a taxi fare. No. She been a limousine. What's wrong with you?
Our limousine cost.
Yeah.
Yes. Our limo cost.
One thing that we have to bring up also is that I just discovered and I brought in here to you is the IG. I don't want to call it a rant, but of course you know that popcorn. I don't know if you can play it. I don't know because he
don't know if I play it. I listen to all of it.
Oh, about
and he said a little derogatory thing about Shaggy, so it would have to be cut off before that. But I mean, he was basically saying that, sending a message to Sharon Burke of Solid Agency, who he says that they, he think it's a sabotage why his mic could not be heard, or he could not be heard by the audience several different times throughout his performance. So he sent a message to her saying she cannot control, because she cannot control him, or they feel that Solid Agency can control the music business. He's not controllable. He's the unruly boss. So
right.
He made that statement, and in the end he said a derogatory thing about Shaggy. And, so...
I don't think it was.
I would say, though, on that note...
So why Shaggy? Shaggy was up?
Because Shaggy is also part of the Solid Agency. I don't know. I think Sharon Burke does bookings for Shaggy.
Oh.
I don't know if they had an altercation. I don't know. I don't know. I cannot say why he would say that at the end. But I know that Shaggy is affiliated with Sharon Burke and the Solid Agency company.
But the mic, it also affected Bruno Mars as well too.
It's a
Bruno
Sorry.
Bruno, I don't know the Bruno Mars. Burna Boy.
Burna Boy. What am I saying? Bruno Mars. Yeah. Burna Boy. I said Bruno Mars. I'm going to Mars now.
Burna.
No, there's somebody named Bruno Mars, but it's not Bruno Mars.
Yeah. Burna. It was affected, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
man. Burna. Yeah. It's
Burns was affected.
I heard Burns was very bad.
Burns was, and that is, it's really.
So I
think it was just in general this system, because persons were saying when it just started they were having a major issue with the audio system. Persons were, about our fact, during Popcorn's performance, they were chanting. We not hear him. We're not hearing anything, right? There was a chant to some extent that person said we're not hearing.
But
and then to some extent I think they had to pause and try and sort out the mic issues. And I think probably saying that's the sabotage. But no, the thing is, persons were just not here. The system just never right.
Maybe they didn't put much on the technical part of the show.
Yeah, the system just wasn't right. I don't think it should go this far.
Is it
Taras Riley and Friends. The sound was impeccable.
Right.
That little show there. In comparison to
because they pay attention to technical aspect of the show.
Yeah, because you have a Dean Fraser and those people that are perfectionists when they come on to we never have a problem with sound and so.
Yeah.
So when you tell me you're gonna have this caliber show in the stadium with international artists and you don't get the sound the system right?
Yeah.
There you go, do mic checks and so forth.
It's your called Bros Media.
Jack
Bros Media was perfect show.
Even with Marcos.
Marcos was to see. It's a good show.
That's right. So you're setting up.
Yeah.
Setting up.
Clean.
It's a clean.
Anyway, guys, it's that time.
Yeah, man. All right. Oh, that's sad though. So a big show and proper sound. All right.
Thank you, guys. Thanks very much.
Yeah,
thanks. So much money.
Yeah.
You know. No.
Well, after Michael Jackson and shows and just dance the whole half hour till the sun come back.
You know they have a Jamaican Michael Jackson, yes?
Yeah.
You heard about it, right?
All right, on that note, we come to the end of the Roots Absolutely. The Haphazard News with the Idioting feature, 96.1 on this your FM dial.
Senator South. Do you want to know what the police is doing for you in serving and protecting you or valid residents? Then tune in to the Senator South Beats this and every Thursday, 11 a.m. right here on Roots